Good evening, traders. Today is Monday, December the 19th at 7:06 in the evening. Right now we're currently up almost 5 points in the S&P futures, which is good because I got long some SPY 122 strike January the 12th calls at an average price of 252 after the market closed today. And the reason for that is once we approach Thursday's low around 11.98, the price action was nice when I was watching it during the intraday session, so I added that. And what I'm looking for is basically just a slow grind up going into the European session, and hopefully we could get back and hold above potentially the Friday's low, which was the main level that caused us to sell off today. And another thing I'm thinking is, we got down to, I think it was 11.95, that was the low. Maybe that was what's going to shake everybody out and trap all the shorts and maybe cause this rally to continue and eventually get over 12.25. That's what I'm hoping for. Now this is just a short-term trade, so if we gap up tomorrow, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and take off 80% of my position, put a break-even stop for the other 20%. Now if the market started selling off into the evening hours in the European session, I would hedge my calls by getting short S&P 500 futures. So there's a win-win ratio there, so I wouldn't be hurt too bad. Okay, tomorrow morning we have Goldman same-store sales, which is a retail number, at 7:45 a.m. Eastern Time. Then at 8:30 a.m. we have housing starts, and 8:55 a.m. we have Red Book. So we have them three economic indicators before the market even opens. If one of those is really bad, that will cause us to break back down and potentially retest this trend line. And then if we break that back down to the 1175. I was highlighting in Friday's video that the volatility will be picked up going into the early this week, and that's exactly what we saw today. And so we're still in a downtrend right here that you could connect from the high back there on December the 8th at 1266, and it just goes all the way down. So if we hold above Thursday's low at 11.98, you might want to start to look adding a position just short term if you are going to trade this futures market in the evening hours. And if we slip below 11.98 and hold, then you could probably start taking your shorts back down to 11.90. Here are the SPY calls that I am long. And right here you see this little print, no volume, hardly even showed up at all. That's where I got long, 252. And hopefully, if we gap up, we could get back up to 270, and that should be a pretty nice profit for my calls. US dollar gap down, and then after we got over the first 5-minute candle high of 80.73, we trended up the entire day, and that's what caused some more selling to come through. Tomorrow on the dollar, if we break above this downtrend and don't sell off below it and start going down, this could cause the market to go down again, especially if we hold over 81. That's the negative side for all the bears that want to get short this thing. And if you're a bull, you want to hold below 80.50. Alright traders, if you watched my video, it wasn't this last Wednesday, it was the Wednesday before. I was talking about this ROVI at the $28 level, which was the low from the gap down. And again, if you're subscribed to my videos, you've been watching them for a while, then you know that this is one of my strategies that I like to trade with, using stock or options. Right here, this was a perfect example of a shorting opportunity around the 28. That was the level. If it held below that, you want to get short. Basically what happened is they missed on earnings and the market just didn't take it very well. So what you're going to want to do if you're a stock trader, a day trader, is you want to set your alert each evening. And I know it's kind of a pain to reset it each evening, but it definitely pays. And you want to set it at the high from that day, because I'm going to show you what's eventually going to happen. Eventually, and it could be tomorrow, you're going to get above that high, and then you're going to see a lot of shorts start covering, and it could be a multi-day rally. So this is one that you should definitely look out for. A and F, and this was part of my strategy. Okay, you draw your low at the daily candle from where we gapped down on earnings. Obviously they missed. Come back down. You see this candle right here? We gapped up. You know, if you set your alert as the high, you could have traded that little move. If you were a swing trader, you would have want to see us hold above 46.69. That happened here. And then now you came back below 46.69. So this is where it gets interesting. Are we going to retest 44.22? And if we do, are we going to bounce off of it and create a new trading range? Time will tell. If retail sales come in good, this might be good for Abercrombie. If we gap down to this level and you got good retail sales number, if they came out and made a positive comment, you could probably make a trade off that. But again, if we get below 44.22, this thing could continue to go down and maybe test 37 within the next month or so. As far as John Deere goes, 73.69 is the level you need to watch. Draw it on your charts. I know a lot of people are watching that right now, and if you break below this prior low that we put in back on the 14th at 73.23, watch out, because you're going to see a lot of selling pressure come in. But basically what you need to do is just use 73.69 to be the gauge whether you get long or short this stock, and you want to see some conviction. So you know it's basically in a range, and watch this $75 level. John Deere long term will be a good stock, but short term you could maybe get a little bit of downside to it. CRM, basically approaching this low after the earnings miss. I got below there and we retested it today. So tomorrow it's going to be interesting. And if you're a day trader, again, go ahead and day trade this. I promise it will be in play. Are we going to bounce off this level right here and maybe get a trade back up to 105, or are we going to sell below it? And you could still take that trade. And if you're a swing trader, if we hold below this level consecutive days, you might be able to get a farther down move. Keep this $100 level on your radar. And that low, to be exact, is 103.38. I just drew my price level. Intraday, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so we closed right at that level, traders. You see, just gauge it with that level for tomorrow. And last but not least, volatility index, S&P 500, the VIX. Currently we're in a downtrend, but right now we're flirting with this support level right around 24.71. Keep an eye on that, because you might be able to get some upside from it. Okay, that's it, traders. Good luck trading tomorrow, and I'll speak with you tomorrow morning. Hopefully I'll do a pre-market video, or I'll do an intraday trading video.